It was an emotional tribute on the ice this weekend, and we just learned 2 hours ago that Legacy on Ice raised $1.2 million. This was meant to honor the 67 lives lost in the deadly midair collision a month ago near Reagan National Airport. Officials say they expect those donations for the families and first responders affected to increase throughout this month. Our John Duran was at the Cap One Arena for Legacy on Ice, where loved ones paid tribute.
All 67 lives lost January 29th were honored on the ice. A fitting tribute as many who lost their lives were promising young figure skaters, parents of skaters, and coaches. And some of the biggest stars in the sport came from near and far to pay their respects, including Northern Virginia's own Ilya Melanin, who lost friends that night.
Hope.
Every time we step on the ice, we'll always think of them. Every time we're competing, they'll always be in our hearts. And
a sold-out Capital One Arena rallied behind a skating community still healing.
We feel connected to the skaters, all of them. So that's why we're here.
Amongst the 15,000 in attendance were over 400 first responders and their families, and 150 family members of those who died.
One of the girls that passed away loved pink, and her mom loved sparkles, so hence the outfit today.
Young figure skater Scarlett Costco and her family knew they had to be here.
To celebrate my friends that passed.
Costco's second home is the Fairfax Ice Arena, where she spent so many hours with those friends she lost.
The kids that really have a passion for it, they all stick together. So I think this was such a massive loss, in our community. Doing this, I think, like she kept saying the word celebrating, and it is, that's what we've kind of taught her. It's celebrating, it's what they would do.
A fitting celebration of life through the sport many of these victims love.
the emotion was a very different feeling, since this is something that all of us came here together as a community, as a family, to remember all the lives lost.
All proceeds from Legacy on Ice will go to victims' families and first responders who worked tirelessly for weeks after the midair collision. At Capital One Arena, John Duran, WUSA 9.